Today on In the Woodyard, we've got a painting project. We're painting the weights. So recently I was just up at my brother Ken's and we went to our buddy Jerry's place and we made the counterweight for my tractor much better than what I had. Getting rid of the sausages. Probably gonna have to send some to Dan at Back 40 because I think he liked the sausages. So there is the mount, and we made a base plate on the bottom out of 2 railroad plates, and then the 4 corners will all get weight. Now, for those of you that are going to be like, oh, you railroad plates, you can't just get those. Well, my brother knows a guy that works for the railroad, and they tore up a spur, a line that came into a company that they tore out, and the plates were there, and he says, hey, you want them? We don't want them back, because once they're used, apparently they can't use them again or something, but they weren't going to reclaim them. There wasn't that many. I think my brother got, I don't know, however many he got. We've got enough that we can make some more weight if we need to. I think there's probably another couple 100 pounds. Now, each one of these plates, there's 4 stacked times 4. Each plate is 25 pounds. So my 3-point attachment right here is 50 pounds. And then the weights we put on there is another 50. We weighed this, it weighed 102 pounds or something like that. And then each of these weighs 100 pounds. So it'll be nice and compact on the back end, won't be in the way. And the middle is open, so we'll be able to see through here, well, through there, out to where the receiver is, to where we're gonna have the ball. And so right now, I'm going to do some spray painting. That is the plan. So I want to get it kind of somewhat protected, make it look prettier than it is, even though they're probably going to rust eventually. But there it is. We're going to do some painting right now. So the first thing I'm going to do is put some paint on these. Not that it really has to be taped off, but I figure might as well keep it clean. So we're going to tape up the contact pins here, or mounting pins, whatever you want to call them. Don't care what you call them, it's for where it attaches to the tractor. I know there's probably a name for it. We're just gonna tape these up, and then we're going to paint away. Now it's only about 40 degrees, but the sun is shining really good here because we face south with the barn here. So right here it feels more like 50 degrees. The plates are actually nice temperature because they're in the sun, so they don't feel too bad at all. It looks like I got a couple drips in here coming from the barn top, so I'm gonna have to get a rag and wipe that out because I don't want to try to spray paint that. So get these kind of somewhat wrapped up. There's one, and I think we'll just pull this pin out of here. I don't need to paint that. Ooh, got me. And then the other side, I'm gonna tape that one up. These do not come out. They're mounted with a nut on the inside, so they spin. I suppose I could take this linchpin off too here. Might as well. Ooh, snappy. We'll throw that over there. There we go. All right, she's taped. Time to throw some paint on. Let's see what it does. Cats are gonna want to watch this probably. I see them stalking me over here. Oh yeah, this is... Yes, I know I'm not a professional. Don't care. Just want to get paint on it. Probably get a couple coats. I bought like, I think 7 or 8 cans. So we'll just try to get it all covered. It's only going to look good for a short time anyway, and then I'll bang it up. But at least when I first put it on, it'll look pretty for you guys, so you can go, ooh, ah. This is just regular flat Rust-Oleum is all it is. Don't care about runs either, just slapping it on. This is not a piece of fine china or a piece of jewelry. It's for a tractor. Coverage is what I want. That's all I want, is to get it covered. To slow the rust down, or, you know, if it gets bad, I'll paint it again. Now each of these plates on the bottom here are marked on the 4 corners. I marked them with a 1, 2, 3, and 4 because we we did custom make the weights for each spot so they fit properly, because it's kind of a one at a time thing, and so they have to go into the marked spots with the outside corner. So there's a 1, a 2, a 3, and a 4, and then there's the same markings. I just took a grinder and I ground notches in so I know which ones go where. Well, it looks like we got a little water dripping here. That's okay, no biggie. And I know there's gonna be somebody who's a professional painter The car guy was said, "Oh, you need to be in a booth. You need to have an exhaust fan." I got an exhaust fan. It's called the Wind. Yes, I'm not worrying about the running or the streaks. I just want to slather the paint on. That's all I want to do. That's all that matters. Okay. God dang, now there's some dripping going on from the roof. It's because it's warming up and we're starting to get some water coming off the roof, it looks like. There, I think I got pretty much all the surfaces that I can see on that one. Now I'm going to start painting on the weights that are over here. We'll put those on the cardboard. I'll pick that thing up and move it over a little bit with the pin here. And I will put on a couple more coats, at least one more anyway. Yes, I know I'm going to get some paint on it, don't care. All I want to do is move it over. Move it on over. Whoa, that is heavy. I guess I should have put some gloves on. I got gloves on in my pocket. I forgot all about putting them on. That's okay. There, now we're ready for an exam. Well, I got all these to do, so I think I'm gonna spray the end and then stand it up because I am not worried about a little paper hitting it. That's probably good.
Chains all tied and twisted up.
Oh, that just clears. That shouldn't be an issue.
No,
Might have to push that in or take it off even too.
I don't think it pushes in, it just pulls out.
Oh, that works just fine. We were worried about it having clearance, but it fits fine. So now, let's see, we need, number one goes right here. I want to get a little more level. Yeah, a little bit. That's probably good. The other thing we talked about doing, and Jerry's right, he said even though they're 100 pounds and even though they're hooked together, they could jump up and down and fall off. So I'm going to get a big strap and just make it to custom fit so it goes around it and just cinch it on. And just put a big strap on it. That way it won't go nowhere because it'll be just tightened right on there.
Strap on it, huh?
Strap on, yep, a yellow one.
You could, or you could just use like the 1-inch wide ratchet straps and just go around this suitcase, go around that case.
Could do that, yep, get black ones so they kind of blend in. We just thought just a big one around the whole thing.
Oh, I was thinking
just a
pink,
big one.
Find some pink ones.
Oh, pink. Okay, so this must be number one right here. Yep, but that has to go on second. Nope, backwards. Flat side's got to be on the inside. And the number's got to be on the outside. I should have gloves on. This is going to be a very good way to smash your finger. And this can go down. So there would be good. And this is the easier one because you got a handle, but you got to be careful still not to smash your finger. This is the hard part. Still not on it. Because you got to get it in that shelf. There we go. There. Now we got number 3. It goes out here. Number 3. No, that's number 4. It's got a notch filled in. Number 4 goes over there. So this one goes in first. Here's just, we thought about putting handles on. Which would have been a good idea because they're freaking heavy. There.
Nothing like a little afterthought to think about handles.
Well, we could put them on. We were gonna, and I thought, we'll lower it down because I'm like you said, the whole idea, maybe we'll just lower this down on some runners and set the whole thing down, unpin it, drive away. Yeah. So we'll see. I anticipate using this pretty much as is most of the time. All right, let's see how I can do this one. Look at that. Slicker. Yeah. Yeah, and we always thought if we ever wanted to, we could put another 100 pounds on each side out the back. We could put another 200 pounds on pretty easily. But we thought this was a good start, you know, because right here we thought we could hang another set right here of either a 50 or a 75 or even 100 right here on each side. But for now, it's pretty good. I got to get some paint. I see some naked steel there. Now, for those of you that noticed, I did switch my shirt to Wolfridge because Bob's going to be here. Bob Nelson's coming from Wolfridge in a little while. He's dropping off a toy that we're going to use for a little bit. It's a splitter for a customer, and we're going to do a little video of it, but you'll see that tomorrow. That's right, not today, tomorrow. All right, let's see, right in here is where we don't get any paint. So yeah, our idea was to get a big ratchet and go around. I've got one that's the wrong kind of hook, you know. Oh yeah, you could do that. That'll work. I'll probably get a black one just so it's incognito. But that should work. Unless it tips them out. Could be that. Yeah, you're gonna have to go, you gotta go all the way over here. That'll tip right out of there. So, which we thought, go all the way around. Either that, or like you said, 2 of them, 1 around each one. Not enough strap on that one? Need a longer strap on?
Yeah, I think the strap on needs to be longer.
You used to a bigger strap on?
Oh, or...
Ooh. Oh. Just barely made it, huh? Like we got an inch. That'll be good enough for now. I'll get a couple black ones.
And I had to go get paint on me.
Oh, and you're going in the crack? As long as it doesn't start binding here when we're lifting up. That'll keep it from going anywhere at least.
Yeah, well, at least until you get a bigger one.
Start her up, and we'll lift her up and down and see what it does. If it hits anything. Looks like it's going to clear everywhere. That's a thing of beauty. Look at that.
Oh, it goes down so much faster.
Well, yeah, it's a lot of weight.
Well, it's not binding.
Yeah. You're going to hit that drawbar. Well, we'll never go that low with it, really.
I was going to say, that doesn't hit the drawbar. It's not hitting. It's just
well, it's hitting there, yeah. Here, let me get the camera. So go all the way back down again so you can see where it hits. It's going to hit on the drawbar right there, which is like almost on the ground.
I bet
It
you-
does rattle a little
bet
bit,
you
so.
If we change this to the bottom hole, it wouldn't hit the drawbar. Or lengthen it up.
Yeah, well, it's pretty level like this though. I like how level this is now. Yeah, we're gonna want to strap that better because they're kind of rattly. They bounce around. I don't want them bouncing. We want them to be solid. So yeah, I think I'm gonna do 2 straps like you said and go all the way around from the top around the bottom.
Or do 1 strap pulling this one down. Better than the socks.
Oh, you mean sausages?
Your sausages.
Yep.
And chains
Yeah.
that bit you in the face when you tried to untangle them.
Yeah, that's going to work pretty good. We'll see how it works, and if we need more, we could easily make... Now, I was thinking what we would do. If we add more weight, we could easily put a 50 here, because you got room there, a 50 here hanging, a 50 here, and a 50 there. So we can get 200 more pounds on, no problem. And the 50s would be way easier to handle, because these 100s they're backbreakers. Because there's really no easy way to handle them without smashing your hands. That's the thing. But I'm sure we'll figure it out. But like you said, I think what we'll eventually do is we'll make some type of a little spot where we can put some runners and we can just set it down, unpin it, and drive away is probably what we'll end up doing, and just keep it together all the time. So it should work. So there you go. Weight on the tractor. Nice compact package. The other thing we want to be able to do is I'm going to go up on the tractor and make sure I can see the ball from up there when I look out the back. So let's see what that looks like. Okay, so here I am sitting, I turn, oh yeah, I can see the ball. There it is, and if I go down, I can see it even better. Yeah, no problem, that's perfect view. Yeah, that's nice, you can see right through the crack.
Chris can see his balls.
I can see the balls. That's a good thing when you can see the balls in the back. You don't want to not be able to see your balls.
Well, it's better to see him in the front.
Yeah, you know. You guys probably didn't hear that because I got a mic on. Bert says it's better to see them in the front than the back. Yeah, but I want to see my balls in the back. I'm that kind of guy. Okay.
Maybe that's an old guy thing.
Maybe that's an old guy thing. You're right. There they are. Weights. Let's see. I'm going to start it up and go up and down here just a little bit. Got to get some neutral here. Come on. There we go. All right, so this is the way I would do it. I'd reach back here. And, oh. Very nice. Tony's going to be jealous. Yeah, it's speed adjustments. Yeah. That's good right there. Very nice. Jerry's going to be happy. So there it is. It's not done, but it's done enough to use now. 500, well, it's 520 pounds, maybe 525 once you add this on. And I'm going to get a couple of black straps so it's incognito, and I'll probably put the ratchets down inside of here so they're out of the way and keep it from rattling around. Yeah, it's going to rattle a little bit. Well, I try to get it as tight as I can. But very nice. Way better than black sausages. So there you go, folks. That's all we got for today. See you tomorrow morning. Bob Nelson from Wolfridge is coming, bringing a toy. See you tomorrow morning, 5:30 a.m. Good night, everybody.